Hey friends, it is 4 p.m. and I have not watched a single soccer game today. This is becoming a problem. I did sleep at least 10 hours, so then I took the dogs out to go potty. This is Maggie. She's in heat right now, so she's a little diaper butt. Yes. So give them a little extra attention during this time. Because it is hard. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mama understands. This is my husband's favorite dog. He won't admit that. But he doesn't deny it either. So I think that's confirmation. She's a sweet little thing. We took her to go with us for tacos last night because we try to take different dogs on outings with us. So they all get like one-on-one special time. I'm just tightening up the diaper. It's a little loose. Anyways, so we took her and Maggie got two street tacos that she ate all by herself. Chicken. Do you like chicken? Yes, you do. So yeah, we spent $6 on this little spoiled girl. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I slept a lot. I have looked at the scores and I do not know what happened today. Today was insane. Let's just say basically all my predictions were wrong. I mean, yes, France won their game. However, it was an own goal from Austria. So France didn't even score. I need to see how that happened, why that happened. Romania won 3-0 over Ukraine. Again, have to see how that happened and why. No, Hazel. That's no. She's pulling at the handle, Hazel, of one of my storage compartments that has yarn in it. So if she gets that out, they'll go for the yarn. Hazy, no. I thought maybe they'd outgrown that, so I turned it so that the handle was facing out again, but I guess I have to turn it so that it's back facing the wrong direction. Anyways, so yeah, so Romania 3-0. Belgium lost their game. Was that the game versus Romania? It was Ukraine versus Romania, wasn't it? No, I don't want to answer the phone right now. Spam. Always the spam. Okay, who was Belgium playing? But I do know that this is the biggest upset in European champion history. Like, I think that Belgium's ranked like 3rd, and this team, Slovakia, is ranked in the like 40s or so. And so the fact that they beat Belgium 1-0 is also insanity that I have to see how that happened. My standings and rankings are all just, my bracket could be messed up. Germany's opponents in the next round, should Germany get out, could be more difficult now if some of the big names come in second instead of first. I needed them to come in first, not second, because then Germany faces an easier opponent. So, it's too much. It's all too much, Maggie. It's too much. Okay, so yeah, I decided that I am going to finish the Switzerland-Hungary match first. I have the second half to watch, in part because I need to update one of the groups, the Jurassic Stitches group that I'm in. I need to post our post-event chores that we need to do. So I do that on the computer. It's just easier on the computer. So I'll do that, and then I'll switch to the TV to watch the other games, unless I need to watch the Romania-Ukraine game on the computer as well. So, and then I was going to tack the commentary on Switzerland, Turkey, Hungary. Why do I keep doing that? Switzerland, Hungary onto this video, but it's been a couple days. I still haven't edited that video from the game being on that day, so I'm just gonna put it on that video, and then hopefully I'll get some editing done. I know it's late to start all this, but my husband texted that he's not gonna come home till late because he left to go late. His hours are kind of a bit more flexible. He just needs to work at least 8 hours, and then my husband's a workaholic, so he'll tell me like he's getting ready to quit, and then it will still take him another 2 hours to finish. Anyways, I'm having this super healthy lunch of Uncrustables. I never tried them until like last week, and I really like the grape jelly. I'm not really a fan of this honey one. This is the last one of that, so I'm finishing it. And I wouldn't normally have 2. I just eat 1 at a time, but it is 4 o'clock and I've not eaten today. So we are having the steak and potatoes and broccoli for dinner tonight. So not a ton of carbs. I mean, yeah, potatoes, but I won't eat a huge amount of the potatoes. So yeah, I'm not positive what I'm gonna do for crafts. I don't know. I'm not positive yet about the craft situation. We'll see how I'm feeling after I do the computer stuff. Need to move that out the way. So yeah, I will update you guys later, and I hope that you're having a fantastic crafty day. Bye. Hey friends. Okay, so I just finished watching Hungary versus Switzerland. It was a good match. So now I can finally get on to today's actual matches. It is 7 p.m. so I am way beyond schedule, but we're going to do the best we can. Tomorrow there's only 2 matches, although I do have to go to a doctor's appointment with my husband for he had a growth removed last week, and so we have to go for a follow-up visit tomorrow. So I actually need to find this match. I have not Googled it. I assume I can find it. I did check the app and it's not there, so that's irritating to say the least. But so I started the shawl, the mystery stitch along shawl during the last match, and this is the grand total of what I managed to get stitched, and you can see it's hardly anything. 1 repeat out of 36. Here is the problem I am worried about. You can see in this green yarn, there is a pink segment that's coming up, and I am worried there's just not enough contrast between the 2 colors. I don't know. I went back, looked through my yarns for a good bit, and couldn't really find anything better or that was calling to me. So we are going to persevere with it. I did have to rip it out and restart it because I messed up somewhere, and I just couldn't figure it out. So we're going to continue at it a bit more. I may switch projects. I may return to my cross stitch. We'll see. This is the last match I have to watch on the computer though. So we are, and I might go pop some popcorn, honestly. So I have this cheesy jalapeno one, and for like years I was like, who adds these? Okay, to be fair, I do have a salt and vinegar added popcorn adder that I add. I got it in South Africa, and I don't know why the Americans are not on the salt and vinegar popcorn bandwagon, but they really should be. It's so good. But the cheesy jalapeno, we had a popcorn bar at work during Teacher Appreciation Week, the PTO, which is like the non-membership due version of PTA. They put it on for the staff, and they had all these different popcorn flavors, and they had the theater style popcorn spray, which again, I had also never tried that, but this is very necessary for if you're adding the seasoning, like the powdered seasoning on, because it makes it stick to the popcorn. Anyways, yes, these are in the craft room instead of down at the kitchen, because when I make the popcorn, we do the Orville Redenbacher buckets, and so the top half of it is so very nice without seasoning. So I wait until I get past the first half before I add the cheesy jalapeno. Yeah, that's what I do. Anyways, so that's why it's in the craft room. My husband does not like anything spicy, so the cheesy jalapeno is no good for him. So anyways, back to what I'm saying. I might go do that. But we're going to try to find this game, try to watch it. I have a couple more ideas of what I might do for crafting, including some things to do with my Advent projects that are some not started, some are started. But yeah, anyways, I'll chat with you guys later and let you know how this Romania-Ukraine game goes. I texted with my sister and she said she wasn't able to watch the game either, but she watched a replay, like not a replay, a highlight reel, and she said that these Romanian goals were like some of the best of the tournament that she's seen. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. Like this whole tournament is bonkers. So anyways, I'll chat with y'all in a bit. Bye. Hey friends, we are joined by Jamie Bear here today, or for this match wrap up. He is my biggest boy. He is probably close to 20 pounds. Aren't you, Jamie? He's my big boy. Big boy. I mean, in terms of small dog standards. But, so he's our biggest by far. And for whatever reason, he's been getting bullied by those smaller, littler dogs. And so one of the other dogs just tried to start a fight with him. And Jamie's response, because he is very mild-tempered, is just to walk away. And so he was slinking away after the other dogs tried to snip at him. And I called him back for a cuddle. Yes. He's just a big sensitive boy. Yeah, now he's trying to bury his head in Mom's arm. Anyways, we've been noticing this lately. It's part of why some of the dogs really have to go, because it's my Jamie Bear. Yeah, yeah, I love you too. And yeah, Jamie is the second dog ever born to us. Yes, it was Sammy, and then it was Jamie, and then it was Rosie, and then it was Lily Bean. Yeah. And while he and Rosie do fight quite a bit, like sibling rivalry, she's our smallest, and he is our biggest, but, she was literally, like, born trying to beat him out the womb. He barely beat her out, and she has been on him ever since. And meanwhile, Lily was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in here for a few more hours. You guys just go. So, oh, my big baby. But yeah, so we've been letting him come into the bedroom at night a little bit more, because, I mean, the problem has normally been that he sleeps on top of the blankets, and it's a bit suffocating. But, there he is, the big wrinkle boy. Yeah, Mommy's big baby. He sometimes forgets that he's big. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Anyways, he's like a big dumb athlete. He loves his B word, the B-A-L-L. I think he knows how to spell it though. It's all he cares about. He cares about it more than treats. Okay, no one responded to that word. Anyways, okay, Jamie, we are gonna do a wrap up of Ukraine versus Romania. Actually, it's in the reverse. Okay, so to start out with, the Ukrainian players came out. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait, actually, let's do the crafts first. So I didn't crochet this square. No, he's going to be upset because I'm not rubbing him. James. Gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. He just needed his mom's love, so we couldn't start the broadcast without him. Okay, can you please sit still, though? Could you sit still? We're a mess. We are a hot mess, James. Okay, so I didn't make this one during the match. However, I did weave in the ends. See, look, he thinks he's small enough to fit in tiny crevices. Yes, okay. So it is now ready to put into my drawer, and I think I only have one more from this advent calendar. As a reminder, I am doing 2 advent calendars worth of these granny squares, and if she actually releases another Harry Potter one for this year, then I will do 3 years worth, because I think that will make the correct size blanket. I'm not going to join them until I'm done crocheting them. So I think I've got one more. What I did work on, and I did go eat some popcorn. So a lot of time was spent eating popcorn, because you can't do anything while eating popcorn. But so I did do another 10 repeats on this. It just doesn't show up in the camera as good as it does in person. But actually, okay, see, you guys can hardly see the green, but I can see it quite well in person. So actually, I decided I really like how it looks with the bit of green popping out, even though it's not like as high contrast as it's supposed to be. I actually really like how it looks, so I'm glad I did continue. And this is such an easy pattern so far to do. And then look at how nice that edging looks. So cool. It's a edge where you slip the last stitch and then you purl the first stitch, and just gives it that nice, beautiful, and then this is the edge on the other side, which is also very nice. That's me complimenting the designer, not my own skills. just to let you know. So it's about time I can wind in these 2 ends. My husband just texted and said he's getting ready to leave. We'll see. I still have 2 more matches to watch, but so I don't know if I should start the matches or actually just start editing and worry about the matches tomorrow. I don't know. Anyways, hey bear, let's talk about the game. So the Romanian players came out draped in their country's flags, and it was like this show of unity with the war going on and everything like that. And I don't think I've mentioned during these vlogs that part of the reason I've been rooting so much for Ukraine is, one, their war story, but also I work at a school that is very heavily Ukrainian and Russian. Like, there's a lot of students from Ukraine and Russia, and there's not that like conflict of Ukraine versus Russia at our school. I mean, keep in mind we're elementary, and so they're just young kids, but so a lot of the Russian ones who are recent immigrants are also trying to avoid the draft, so that's part of why they immigrate out. So they're not necessarily like pro-Russia by any means. And then a lot of our Ukrainian students, some of them were even born in Ukraine, and then some are like first generation born in America. So we have a lot of Ukrainian students in this tournament, and the Ukrainian team has just made me think about them. Like, we have one who is going to be homeschooled next year. She's not coming back, and that is because she's really into rhythmic gymnastics, and she actually made it to nationals this year for rhythmic gymnastics. And I looked up the results, and for her level, she came in 15th place in nationals out of 70. So I'm really proud of her. And I wish her all the best, but she was such a sweet student. She came in most every one of her lunch breaks and helped me organize the library and put books away or move books to different shelves. I mean, I always gave a prize out of my prize box for people who came and helped. So, I mean, it wasn't completely selfless, but it actually did start out selfless because I hadn't said anything about giving prizes, and she just came in one day and she was like, Mrs. Balling, can I help with the library? And I was like, yeah, okay. And then when she went to leave, I was like, you can get a prize. And yeah, then she kept coming back. So I'm gonna miss her. She's a very sweet student, but I wish her all the best in the future. And who knows, maybe in 4 years I'll see her at the Olympics doing rhythmic gymnastics. Well, 4 years, she'd be 15. So 8 years. We'll see. It would be really awesome. Such a good kid, like I said. So anyways, back to the game. Ukrainian players came out draped in their country's flags. And that's the other thing about my students. They are so proud of their heritage, and I love that for them. I remember one day, one of the kids came up to me, and he draped his arm around the other student, and he goes, "This is my best friend, Sam. We're both from Ukraine." So cute. His name was Alex. And so, yeah, it's really, really awesome. And one of my other library helpers, 4th grade, she's going to be in 5th grade this year. Also, her family is from Ukraine. She was born here in America, but they speak Ukrainian at home. And she's also a very good kid. So, yeah, there's something about the war and the students that just makes me want to cheer for them. Unfortunately, not so good tonight. So I'm thinking of them and hoping they're not too upset or anything, because soccer is very big at our school. Anyways, another note that I had before we get to goals and stuff is that both teams are wearing blue and yellow, and it made it so difficult. Okay, so in this match, and I'm used to associating the Ukrainians with yellow, but in this match, Romania wore yellow, and then their like lettering and all that, their trim was in navy blue, and Ukraine wore blue with yellow trim. It was all very, very confusing. I had trouble keeping track, even though like on the score at the top corner, it shows like Ukraine, and then it's in blue, and Romania in yellow. But it was still so difficult. I did not like that. I love you. And it didn't help that both of them had, I don't want to say simplistic, like it's bad, but it wasn't like some weird designs. Like it was mainly solid colors, which I actually prefer. I don't love all of the multicolored situations that we have sometimes going on, especially in the way kids. Like Germany's is like pink, and I am not a fan. Okay, so in the 29th minute, Ukraine had possession, and they were the dominant side at this point, in their own half. A Romanian player, so the defender has it, and a Romanian player comes up and tries to put pressure on that player to make a quick pass. So that player passes back to the Ukrainian goalkeeper, who then clears the ball. That's like a long kick, right? Unfortunately, that ball dropped to a Romanian player who passed it to another Romanian player who scored, and it was a beautiful goal. The commentators are talking that it has the potential to be a goal of the tournament, and it really was a beautiful goal. The keeper had no chance, but it did start with the keeper's error by long passing it directly to a Romanian player still in the Ukraine half. So at least if it had gone longer, but no, it was a dangerous ball. I think it was intended for a winger on the side, but it was intercepted by the Romanian player because it wasn't an accurate pass. So it is unfortunate. And the Ukrainian player, the Romanian player who scored is named Nikolai Stanichu, who scored for Romania, making it 1-0. In the 52nd minute, so now we've had halftime, we've come back, and Romania is now the better side. Let's just put it like this. It's almost like the goal stunned Ukraine, and instead of responding properly and getting back into the game, Romania just had a sense of belief. And so Razvan Marin scored from distance to put Romania 2-0 ahead. Not even 4 minutes later, Denis Drugas, I don't know, scored for Romania, making it 3-0. And that is how the game ended. I wouldn't say, it's not like Ukraine like completely played abysmally. They just didn't play great. They didn't score with some of their opportunities, and that's just unfortunate. Okay. Off barking. We'll see if I remember to cut that out. If I can figure out how to cut out just small segments in editing, with the new app. Anyways, okay, so that's how it ended. This is the largest ever victory in Euro competition history for Romania. And it's their first win in a European tournament since 2000. So it's been 24 years since they've had a win in this tournament, and that's just incredible. And I mean, to be fair on that, they don't qualify most times. And so, it didn't used to be 24 teams playing in the tournament, and there was a move to include more teams to make it 24. And some of the bigger teams like England protested this kind of decision, but I'm glad it happened, because I like that there are smaller time teams who are getting a chance to show what they're made of on this big stage. So like Romania, I would never just randomly tune into a Romania game. There's just way too many countries to tune into every single international game. But now I've had a chance to see them, and they looked really good. And with the style where, the tournament style where 4 third place teams can make it through, I'm now thinking Romania might have a chance of making it out of this group, and Ukraine might not have as much of a chance. We're gonna see, because in the next game, things really upend themselves. So I'm gonna tune that in now. It's gonna be Belgium versus Slovakia, and because I know the results, I know Belgium's gonna lose this match, and I still cannot wrap my head around that. It is baffling to me. So we're gonna see how that went down, and I will come back later with a wrap up. It is 10 p.m. My husband did say he's getting ready to leave, but sometimes that takes a while. So I am also going to find a stitch marker so we can see how much progress I make between this and the end of this match. Oh, when I bring it closer, you can see a bit more of that green. Anyways, I really am liking how this is looking, and I'm loving this stitch situation. It's the nice break I needed from cross stitch. Although I did look at the new part that was released on the Ever After Sal, and it is really nice. I think I found a mistake I've made. Right over here. That green one doesn't look right compared to all the others. Well, maybe I just need to block it into proportion. I don't know. Maybe I pulled too hard at one point. I don't know. Whatever. Life's too short to worry about perfect. Plus, I rarely finish projects, so what's the real worry? Though I would like to get back some of my needles. Sorry. Okay, I'll chat more in a bit. Bye. Hey friends, I am here with my update from the Belgium-Slovakia game. Oh, man, I'm sorry. First, let's start off with my craft update. I worked on this shawl, and So this is where I put the stitch marker. I chose a little sloth one because I'm slow. And that's how much progress I made. So I'm really happy with it. And in person, it looks way more awesome than is showing up here. I'm really, really liking it a lot. I love this stitch pattern. I love the texture it has. Excuse me, really, really like it. So I'm really enjoying this. Now onto the game. This game was really, really surprising, honestly, even knowing the scoreline. Which, as a reminder, Slovakia won 1-0. So 5 minutes into the match, the Slovakian keeper had a save. Like an awesome save outside of his box. It was so cool. I wish I'll help to find a picture, but I probably won't be able to. So 1 minute later, at the 6th minute, Ivan Schranz scored a goal for Slovakia. It is the second fastest goal in this tournament so far, and the fastest goal in Euro history for Slovakia. So that's really cool for them. And then, sorry. Oh, I shouldn't do these things when I'm tired. Slovakia dominated the entire first half of the match. It was just, they were unafraid. Even after scoring the goal, they didn't sit back and defend. They seemed like a really all-around talented team. And it was really a good match. In the 55th minute, Belgium scored a goal, but VAR ruled it offsides, and it was offsides. In the 86th minute, the VAR disallowed another Belgium goal due to it being a handball. Well, that ball wasn't the handball. The problem was the player that passed the ball to the goal-scoring one had a handball before they passed the ball. So it was still a handball. So the goal wasn't allowed to stand. They were both correct decisions, despite what the Belgium fans will tell you. This win is the greatest upset in European Championship history if you look at the FIFA rankings. So Slovakia is ranked number 48 and Belgium is ranked number 3 in the world. So that makes it a 45 position upset, which is really kind of interesting. Slovakia is also ranked number 25 in Europe. Excuse me, sorry. Number 25 in Europe, while Belgium is ranked number 2 in Europe. So that was a big upset. And honestly, Belgium did not look like they should be ranked that high. The rankings are based off of history. The value decreases the longer out it goes. I think it's like a 4-year roving situation. And I honestly don't even know where Germany's ranked at the moment, because it just started to get painful to look at. Anyways, I thought this was a well-deserved Slovakia victory. They did not just sit back and defend. Their defenders were better than Belgium's, and just all around, it was a better team. Hey, sweetheart, what are you doing? She has put her head outside of one of the holes in the chair. Hey, sweetie pie. It's a Maggie girl. Anyways, it was a really good game. I was really interested. Sorry. And I enjoyed watching it. I will not be able to watch the France match tonight. I will have to look at that tomorrow. The first game tomorrow is at 9 a.m. and I don't think it's on the TV. Like, what the heck? Seriously, this is so irritating. So yeah, I don't know what to do. Hey, princess. Anyways, mind blanking. I did check the mail, and I got my Emma Stitching Book Club, and I forgot that it came with a little, that it came with a project bag. And inside it is this really cute little, I mean, there's the materials for it, of course, but it also comes with this really cute little booklet, Sweetie Pie. And like a fancy looking schedule. So really awesome job from the designer. It starts on the 29th. That is when the first part is released. Anyways, I think this little girl needs to go potty outside. Yeah. And so I will be back and do my predictions for tomorrow's match. Actually, let's just do them really quick. My predictions have not been going well, so I do not even know how to think about this one. Okay, let's see. Match predictor. So I predicted Turkey to win 1-0 over Georgia. No, I predicted a 1-1 draw, Turkey and Georgia. Why did I predict that? I don't know. Then I predicted Portugal 3-0 over Czechia. So we will see. We will see how that goes. It has been rough so far. So that is about all I have. I will chat with you all later. Bye. Hello friends, it is 9 p.m. on Tuesday, June 18th. I have not watched a single match today because I overslept, and then we had to go to my husband's doctor's appointment, and we were there way longer than I thought we would be. Like, even he thought it would be like a 15-minute in and out appointment, and we were there for over 2 hours. And then after that, we went and got something to eat, and then we went to Trader Joe's, and then we went to Costco, because he needed to fill up the car with gas, and we get our gas at Costco because gas is so ridiculously expensive, right? Anyways, while at the appointment, I did bring crochet with me, and I've been using some of my scrap yarn to make Battenberg squares, and then I put those into my tiny little blanket. So I have 3 of those to share with you. So these are the 3 squares that I crocheted at the doctor's appointment. I love this blue one. Then there's this blue and brown one, which I also really love. And this one's just, it is okay. I thought I had more, but so far of what I've been able to find, I probably have some hiding somewhere. This is my little pile of Battenberg squares. I know I should have some more, so they're probably hiding somewhere. And I'm carting it all around in this like little tub. And my husband's like, "You're bringing a whole plastic container with you?" Yes, I am. And then this is the tiny blanket that I am doing. It's just 2 rounds of the Battenberg square, and you join as you go. And then I've been weaving in the ends also. So these 3 at the top over here are the 3 I added today. And I am doing this, like I started with this center square, and then I did the first round. So now I'm doing another round around. That's not everyone's method to do it, but that's what I like to do. I think it's fun kind of watching it grow. So I just pick colors at random. Like, I literally just stick my hand into the bag and I go for it. So putting that back in here, and then, like I said, it's just like a cute little case that I carry with me. starting today. This was the first time, so I shouldn't act like this is my usual, but it will be my like going forward usual. It was just so fast to grab and go. I've got a tapestry needle in there on a needle minder, and I've got a pair of snips in there. And so yeah, it's just super simple to do. Anyways, so I haven't watched a single game, and I am fairly tired, but so what I'm gonna do is, I think one of the games from today wasn't on the TV. So what I'll do is I am going to attempt to watch the 2 games, the France one from yesterday, and then I think it's Portugal that's on the TV today, and watch those. And then hopefully tomorrow I will be able to watch the one that I have to look up. If I can have the energy, then I'll watch that one, but that one might not happen. Anyways, I'm going to continue working on this. I will share my progress after each match. Like, really, it is so much better looking in person. I wish you guys could see it better. Maybe it'll capture it better when I film on my phone as opposed to the iPad. Look at how the difference from, that's the back and that's the front. Isn't that kind of crazy? Anyways, I'm gonna keep on working on this. And then I will update after every match. I'm also gonna see about using another stitch marker so that I can show what I accomplish in each match, but also what I accomplish in the day. So I'm really hoping to get close to finishing this part, if at all possible. If not today, then tomorrow, because I still have the other one to do, the wrap. So we will see. Anyways, chat with you guys in a bit. Bye. Okay, well, we're facing this way again. About like 30 minutes before the match ended, the internet on my smart TV decided to like stop working, which is super frustrating. I mean, it's working on my iPad, which is like, I don't know, 3 feet away from the TV, but no, it's not working on the TV, and I've turned it on and off so many times. So I was gonna watch Portugal's match next, but because I'm gonna have to turn on the computer to watch a match, I'll just look for that Turkey versus Georgia match, which is what I believe it is. No, there's a dog that's laying down right on a cord. Anyways, so I spent the last 30 minutes, instead of knitting, eating flaming hot Cheetos, so my fingers may be a little red, and maybe my tongue too. I don't know. Anyways, this is what I got done. So from here to here, which I think is pretty good progress. And again, that green, not very super showing up, but it looks, again, so much better in person. Oh well, it is what it is. I think I have 13 more repeats. It is taking longer to do each repeat, but I am hoping with 2 more games that I will be done with this part, and then there is one more, there's a lace section before I'm done with part 1 of this mystery. So I am going to put like a stitch marker or something in here to show how much I can get done in between the matches, but also to then show how much I got done during the day. So that is that. Let's talk about the match really fast. Okay, first thing I want to say, because it's not about a specific moment, is this had to be some of the worst refereeing I have seen yet in this tournament. I felt like we clearly favored... Nope, stop. I was gonna go take a bite of a snack. Forgot that mean comment I got that one time about eating. Well, it's just so, like, I thought I was just gonna do it. Anyways, whatever. clearly favored France. Austria got so many more yellow cards, and yeah, some of them were deserved, but some of them weren't. And the fact that VAR can't overrule that is BS, in my opinion. And also, there was at least one blatant occurrence of the French goalkeeper having the last touch, but the referee said it was a goal kick instead of Austria getting the corner. And I will in a minute. Okay, okay. No, that was my first note. In the 35th minute, it was a very clear Austrian attempt on goal saved by the French keeper who got the last touch, pushed it out of play, and it should have been given as a corner kick for Austria. Instead, it's given as a goal kick for France. So the French goalkeeper is going to kick it out. VAR can't overturn this, which again is part of my issue with VAR being used selectively, because in instant replay, even the commentators were like, yeah, clearly the French keeper had the last touch on it. That's clearly a mistake from the referee. Yes. So how come we're accepting some mistakes to be corrected but not others? It's bonkers to me. But then not even 3 minutes later, like in the play leading from that goal kick, there was an own goal from Austria, which gave France the lead, 1-0. So in my opinion, if that had been given as a corner kick instead of a goal kick, it wouldn't have necessarily had the play lead to the other side of the field like that, where it then led to a goal. So I'm not saying that the game would have then changed the outcome altogether, because different score lines lead to different styles of play, coach decisions, that type of thing. I'm just saying that, like, it could have been different. So I don't know. It frustrates me and irritates me. Like, if you're going to use the technology, you need to use it for everything. If not, don't use it for anything and accept that mistakes are going to be made. I personally liked the game a lot better before technology got involved. Like, I think it's just gotten out of control. Anyways, in the 38th minute, there was an own goal by Vober, and it's an Austrian player. I forgot to get his first name. And so that gave the lead to France. In the 45th minute, so this is in the initial seconds into the second half, so not the seconds leading to the halftime, but the Antoine Griezmann slammed into one of the side boards, like the boards that are all kind of around, and he was bleeding so much from his forehead, and then he had to, because you're not allowed to bleed while on the field. It's a rule. You're not allowed to. You have to go off. You're not allowed to have blood on your uniform. You have to get that changed. So they put a head and then a head wrap, and less than a minute later, he's taking it off and flinging it onto the field. He was not having it. And then in the 74th minute, this same player, Antoine Griezmann, collided with a couple other players and was then bleeding from his knee. There was a lot of blood in this match. A lot of blood. Because in sometime in between the 80 and 85th minute, I'm not sure where, because the situation was not realized right away. But Kylian Mbappe, so it was a corner kick, and he went up to try to head the ball, and a couple other players went up, and it wasn't any kind of collision that could lead to a penalty or cards or anything like that. But his nose got hit onto I think possibly two other players, honestly. And there was so much blood, the whole top part of his uniform, blood all over. You could see the blood seeping from between his fingers. And so that took a little bit of time to kind of try to patch up and kind of stop the bleeding. So he was taken off the field, which always has to happen. And then he came back onto the field and like then immediately sat down on the field, and so the game had to be stopped and the referee ran over, and he ended up getting a yellow card for this. And while it might seem harsh that a player who's so clearly beyond like super injured gets a yellow card, the fact that play had to be stopped to deal with this, and the fact that he didn't have the permission from the official is why he got a yellow card. And it's I mean, he was immediately subbed off. But the thing is that like you can't be doing things like that. You can't be causing scenes where you get you cause the run of play to have to stop like this. And also in the tournament, 2 yellows, so a yellow in 2 games will lead to a 1-match ban, and all those yellows get cleared after the quarterfinals, but you still have to play a lot of games. So to get a stupid useless yellow for something like that in the first game, you have that yellow hanging over your head until after the quarterfinals. So yeah, that's the only real notes that I have from this particular match. It was really a physical match. I thought Austria was really a good team, more so than I'd given them credit for. They played their hearts out, and they were in it to win. And they tried the whole time to keep scoring. And the possession was actually 51% in Austria's favor and 49% in France. And so you could tell that they tried the whole time. Looking at some other stats, France did have more attempts on goal. No, not on goal, just attempts. I think it was like 14-7 or something like that. But both keepers had the same number of saves, which means that France's were not necessarily better shots. And then the other thing, one other instance when the ref was just, there was, I forgot to write down the timestamp or anything, but there was a time when an Austrian player was going for the ball, and then the French goalkeeper comes out, and it's really a 50-50 ball, like 50-50 chance of who gets there first and who gets that. And so there was a bit of a tumble, and no one should have gotten penalized for that because it was a 50-50 opportunity, but the Austrian player ended up with a yellow card. And even the commentators, Landon Donovan and Ian Dark, and I love Landon Donovan from his time with the Team USA, but both of them are like, that should not have been a yellow. Like, we understand possibly giving a free kick to the goalkeeper, but a yellow is just too much. And there was a lot like that. It was a really poorly refereed match. So that is very disappointing for Austria. But in the end, a loss by a single goal is pretty good for Austria when there is a good chance that if they get some results in the next couple matches, that they can still make it out of the group. So I'm hoping for the best for them because they were a joy to watch. And yeah, so I'm going to try one more time with the TV, see if the internet will connect. But if not, I'm going to look up Turkey versus Georgia. So I will chat with y'all later. Bye. Oh, actually, that was the last part for this video because I forgot the last 2 matches are on the next day. So, first time I didn't, yes, I did actually give my match predictions for the next 2 matches. Guys, I need to look through all of my match day 2 predictions because this tournament is just insane. Okay, I will catch up with y'all in a minute. Bye.